If you haven't noticed, AI seems to be the new kid on the block that everybody wants to learn about. While AI has so much limitless potential and has helped people in many ways, there are some things you should consider about if this technology could replace your job in the future. One downside about AI getting so good is that it's getting to a point where companies don't even need humans to do certain tasks anymore. They can just get an AI to do it faster, better, and at a fraction of the cost. Industries like finance, healthcare, insurance, and many others might see a big round of layoffs in the next coming months and years because they simply don't need humans to do certain tasks anymore. Wherever you happen to be working, it's a good idea to ask yourself if your job could be potentially replaced with AI. And if it can, what are the steps you can take to make sure you remain relevant and effective in your industry? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to be irreplaceable in your industry and make sure a machine isn't getting you out of the job. Make sure to hit that like button down below because I've packed a lot of value into this video. And make sure to watch till the end to figure out how to use this as an opportunity to double or even triple your salary. The first thing I want to talk about are the new opportunities created through AI. One fact to consider when thinking long-term about how AI will affect the job market is to consider that while AI eliminates certain jobs, it also opens up new opportunities that did not exist before. AI specifically excels at completing tedious tasks. So if you're someone who does the same things or very similar things over and over, for example, inputting data onto spreadsheets, creating financial reports, or sorting customer emails, AI is likely going to develop extremely fast in this field. However, while these tedious jobs are likely to get automated in the next couple of months and years, they are opening up new gateways for opportunities for companies who are looking to develop, build, integrate, and deploy new AI solutions. For example, if one of the tasks a company wants to automate is inputting data onto spreadsheets, they will need someone to figure out how to build an AI that is specifically refined to that company's needs that will be able to complete this task automatically and with little to no oversight. What that means is if you're scared that you might get replaced in your industry, start building up the skills that allow you to do the next step for your company, which in most cases is building or training or deploying an AI model that does your current task. For example, to ensure your company's AI is effective and robust, you're going to need to give it quality instructions and emulate the kind of response you want to receive from whatever AI you're developing. This could be opportune for developing your prompt engineering skills to ensure that the instructions you're feeding the machine leads to a quality output, which means you're including the relevant markdown and other components to make sure that exactly what is outputted from the machine is what your company is desiring. The same can be said with connecting APIs. Application program interfaces are the ways that software connects to one another. And in many cases, like with AI models, there are different components of the software that needs to communicate effectively with one another in order for the entire interaction to take place. And this learning could start with as little as a Google search. Literally look up, what's an API if you don't know? And then as you get deeper, what's a base URL? What's a parameter? What's a header? And just find out how these things interact between softwares and how you can develop your skills to build them. Another skill you can develop if your company decides to adopt an AI technology is learning how to create AI tools. Now, I know that sounds scary, but you don't have to be a developer or even know how to code to create AI tools. In this market, there are so many no-code solutions to create your own AI tools where you don't need to know programming languages or the first thing about what actually is taking place with LLMs. You can simply go in, format the kind of functionality you want out of the tool, and input the necessary data, and it will create a tool for you with minimal or zero coding. Remember, while AI won't replace humans, humans who use AI will replace the humans who can't. So to make sure your job is future-proof, make sure you're developing your skills in prompt engineering, connecting APIs, or creating AI tools. In short, while AI might replace certain tasks, it also pushes us to innovate new solutions and to find out how to effectively integrate AI into our businesses, which allows us to transform how we view our careers and open up new opportunities. The next thing I want to talk about is how to prepare for an AI-dominated future. As AI technology continues to advance, preparing for an AI-driven job market is crucial for maintaining professional relevance and adaptability. And this requires you to learn the skills that will allow you to move with the change that's coming in the next couple of years. A great place to start is just teaching yourself how software is created. This doesn't mean you need to be a developer or have any previous coding experience. What it means is conceptually understanding this is how software is created, and this is potentially how AI technology could be implemented into my industry. If you sift through company emails and categorize warm leads or clients that fit your criteria, think about the process that's going on in your own head and then figure out how you could program that into a machine. AI is trained on tons of data, and when you combine that data with the instructions you give it, you will be able to replicate and produce exact outputs that are exactly what your company is looking for. If you sort emails for a wealth management company, you might be looking for clients that have an executive position or have an investment of over $200,000 to make. And just think about what are the things you look for when you're searching and categorizing these emails and how you could implement that effectively into a machine. For example, you could give the AI model 10 emails, all containing words like CEO, CTO, or looking to make a large investment, and then filtering only for those types of emails. Remember, people making these AI models also have to be knowledgeable about your specific industry. So if you have a lot of experience and you know what to look for, you could be the one to effectively implement and refine these models to get exactly what you're looking for. Just as you have your own algorithm in your head, like, yeah, that could be a good client, or yeah, I'll respond to that email. All you have to do is find the skills to program that into a machine, and all of a sudden you take your skills from basic level automation to AI prompt engineer. A lot of people are scared of AI because they don't have the coding experiences needed to create these massive models. But the truth is you don't need to. You just need to have enough knowledge of the industry to be able to refine this model to get exactly what you're looking for out of it. Thankfully, there's companies like OpenAI that do all the grunt work in creating these massive LLMs that have 170 billion parameters of data. They've done all the heavy lifting. All you need to do is find the skills to fine-tune those models to your company. Not to mention, you just went from whatever your old position was to AI prompt engineer or machine learning engineer, which likely has a big boost to your salary. Ultimately, by investing in the right skills and remaining adaptable, you are able to thrive alongside this big push towards AI, not only keeping your job, but benefiting from these new opportunities and likely receiving higher pay because you learned these valuable skills that make you more desirable in the job market. And by the way, if you find anything I say valuable, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It's a great way to stay up to date with the new content I'm releasing about how you can stay irreplaceable in this new AI-dominated landscape. Also, hitting the like button and leaving a comment of something that stood out to you from this video is a great way to help me out. The next thing I want to talk about are the long-term considerations for society and the future of work. As AI continues to shape our lives and likely replace those who don't know how to adapt to this new AI-driven world, it raises critical questions about what are the long-term impacts on society, the economy, and the nature of a working environment. First, let's examine the strengths of artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. Where AI shines is its ability to store and compute a lot of information all at once. While humans can forget things and they can't store a lot of information on their brains, artificial intelligence seems to have nearly infinite storage that they're able to access instantly at any moment. Like, you can ask ChatGPT any question under the sun, and within 3 seconds you get an answer. However, where humans excel is their ability to make patterns out of abstract data sets. Let's take emotional cues for an example. Say you're talking to someone, and they're speaking abruptly, they're rolling their eyes, and they're shaking their head. A human could probably figure out that that person is mad at you, versus an AI might just take the response at face value and not really consider the emotional implications. So right now there are many things that humans are much better at than AI, but consider that this technology is constantly being updated and refined and being able to pick up on more and more patterns. What that means is that the tasks that humans complete now that relies on creating a pattern in your head and forming a decision, such as forming a medical diagnosis, removing harmful content on a social media platform, or reading customer reviews to decide what to include in a software update, some of those tasks might start to get picked up by AI. This means that AI is automating industries like healthcare, finance, insurance, and customer service that once relied on humans for their ability to make patterns, but now that's getting picked up by AI, which have highly specific and highly trained models that are able to produce the same thing. I wish I could say that this is happening far in the future and we have plenty of time to prepare, but these industries are implementing these solutions right now. So it's more important than ever that you learn the necessary skills to ensure that you're being irreplaceable in the workplace and you can flow and benefit alongside this push towards AI. So to conclude, AI's growing ability to learn and recognize patterns are one of the last stepping stones towards AI completely replacing the humans that do not develop the skills to grow along with this change. So remember, while AI will not replace humans, humans who use AI will replace the humans who can't. So make sure that you're learning the valuable skills that allow you to scale with this change. Some fundamental skills to consider are prompt engineering. You need to engineer instructions to get the most value possible out of your AI models. Connecting APIs. Most AI platforms have multiple softwares that need to communicate with one another. So to create and extract the most value out of your AI products, you need to be able to figure out how these products can communicate. So learning the hard skills about how to facilitate the communication between these different softwares is vital to making sure you stay relevant in the workplace. Refining models is another great place to start. AI will frequently hallucinate or give an example that just makes no sense if it isn't trained properly. You have to find those cases where your AI model messes up and figure out exactly what occurred to make sure it doesn't happen again. And if you notice, what all of these skills have in common is being able to produce an AI model that has the most value it possibly can. Making sure your model is trained on the correct data that is properly formatted is a great way to make sure you're getting the most value out of your product. Lastly, try not to stress too much about if AI is going to take over your job. While these technologies develop super fast, there's almost always a lag time where they need to be actually implemented into businesses, who need to figure out how to deploy, build, and integrate the solutions into their current systems, and this almost always requires an existing team member who will make sure the model is staying up to date and answering correctly. All in all, there are millions of people in the exact same boat as you, so make sure you're utilizing free resources like this to capitalize on this opportunity and turn it into something where you could potentially grow your career and make more money. Anyways, if you like anything I said in this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I make weekly videos on how to set yourself up financially, self-improvement, and making sure you're irreplaceable in an AI-dominated world. And being subscribed is a great way to stay up to date. If something I said stood out to you or you have a question that you want to ask, please consider leaving a comment down below. I love answering people's questions and just seeing what people like to talk about. It's fun for me and it also helps me improve my videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Keep learning and pushing forward, and I'll see you next time.